At one time, I lived in an earthquake-prone state, and it was encouraged that we have food supplies that would last us 48 to 72 hours. So we would go out and buy MRE type meals for civilians. Unfortunately, these don't have an expiration date stamped on them. I can tell you that this is about 10 years old at least, and I've gotten to wonder, are they still any good? So in today's video, we're gonna open up this kit, which says it is a cheese omelet with vegetables. And what do we have here? Grape jelly. This is a wheat snack bread. What else? Another piece, oh, an oatmeal cookie. Some eating utensils, sugar, napkins. What do we have here? Beverage base powder, orange type 2 fortified D. What else? And this is hash browns with bacon. So we're going to read the instructions, prep this, and see if it's still good after 10 years. But before we do that, I'm going to enjoy an oatmeal cookie. Again, no expiration dates. There is a code on these, but I don't know what it means. So this supposedly is 2 servings of a cookie, and it's just a bit crumbly. You get 1 cookie. It smells okay. Well, it crumbles. Let's see what it tastes like. It tastes like a dried, poorly made oatmeal cookie. Sort of a foul aftertaste. Lots of cinnamon. Very cakey, very dried out. I mean, obviously, if I was out in the woods, Armageddon happened, I'd eat it. But I don't think I'll be finishing this cookie. Since the cookie was a fail, let's try the wheat snack bread before we go prepping anything, because if these are all bad, then maybe the main course will be bad. And I'm one to spoil my appetite. So here we get a cookie. Doesn't look moldy. Has a iron kind of odor to it. You know, like if you took iron tablets. There's this little thing here that you're not supposed to eat. That helps keep it dry. Let's see, it's moist, soft, and not really that pleasant to smell. I'll take a taste. Not much taste. Ooh, no, yeah, ooh, terrible aftertaste. The cookie itself doesn't have a lot of taste to it. I mean, the bread. But there's a really heavy chemical type taste to it at the end, so fail number 2. Okay, after washing out my mouth from the bread, we're gonna try the beverage base powder. It's orange, it's fortified. It calls for 12 ounces of water, pour the content into it, and allow it to dissolve. We'll stir, and let's see. Sort of looks like Tang. Does have an orange color to it, very slight orange odor to it. We'll stir this up. And you know, that's the problem with these, is that they don't have an expiration date. They claim that, you know, the drier and the cooler you store this, the longer it will last. So it looks like maybe every 5 or so years, you probably should rotate out the old stock. Ideally, you would buy some supplies and then maybe the following year or 2 years later buy some additional supplies. So if you do this every few years, you'll have stuff that expires, but you'll still have plenty of stuff that's good. And that way, should an occurrence happen, you'll have available food. So let me smell it. Smells orangey. I'm going to take a little sip of it. It's sort of like real watery Kool-Aid. This passes the taste test. It's obviously not real orange juice. And when I look at the ingredients on here, it's sugar, citric acid, some salts, artificial natural flavors. So basically it's just a way of getting some vitamin C and sugar in your system and some salts, which could be important when food resources are limited. So this one's actually a pass, though I probably will not consume the rest of it because it is really old and there's nothing appealing about its flavor. We now come to the hash brown with bacon portion of our meal. And we open the container. It's in a pouch, single pouch. It's kind of mushy feeling. I think I'm going to need a plate for that. Or a plate. Let's see. Looks like we can just cut this open here. Oh, that looks appetizing. And smell is sort of like when you open up a can of Campbell's Stroganoff. It has that kind of scent to it. It looks moist. It's not dried out. There are no instructions on how to prep this. So do you just eat it like it is? Take a little piece and just try a taste. It's very oily. So I don't know if that's a breakdown of the ingredients or if that's just the way they give you additional energy. Little pieces of bacon. The bacon is basically like a beef jerky. Fibrous, very little taste. So I guess this is meant to just be eaten as is. I think this passes the test as far as edible. It doesn't taste foul, doesn't smell foul. It's just really unappetizing. But again, if it's the only food around, you might have to eat it. Okay, let's open up the other package. And now for the main course, our cheese omelet with vegetables. Again, it's another pack, and there are places here where you can just tear it open. And again, it's another paste. And this one is wet, so it's very well sealed. You see there's foil on the inside. And again, not pleasing, kind of looks like the other meal. Odor on this is a little different. Sort of eggish. So this would be something that you would just eat right out of the pouch because there's probably no place to heat this up in a scenario where you would be opening and eating this. So we'll take just a little piece of it. Yeah, this is terrible. Oh, awful. Yeah, that's the spit out kind of stuff you don't want to eat. So I would basically say this whole kit, except with maybe for the exception, I would think of the jelly and the beverage, which, you know, it's the powder, so it probably lasts a really long time. And this is the sugar base. Let's tear a long corner and see what the jelly is like. Not too sweet. Sort of, again, that iron kind of taste to it. Yeah, probably past its time. I think we're going to throw out this kit that all this stuff came in because it's really not worth keeping unless we want to keep some of the utensils. Takeaways from this experience are that MREs will spoil over time. Of course, you can extend that by storing them in a cool and dry location. Rotate your stock so it doesn't all expire at once. Consider consuming the older stock. One, you'll get to experience what it's like to actually try the stuff. And if you discover that there are certain foods you don't like or anybody doesn't like, then maybe you want to avoid buying those in the future. And of course, consider including canned and sealed foods in your mix. These are readily available in grocery stores and are cheaper than pre-prepared MREs. If you found this video interesting or useful, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, join the subscription team, and as always, thank you ever so much for watching.